Hi, my name is Joey Walker. I'm the CEO of Leading Edge Threat Mitigation. I'm retired lieutenant from the Reno Police Department. We look at what's going on overseas and specifically now with the Israel-Hamas issue. And those issues, unfortunately, have spilled out across the United States and playing out across our great states here. So we look at that issue. We also look at the potential issues of the normal everyday criminal who is looking to victimize anyone and everyone they possibly can because they know that there are people out shopping and they want to be able to perpetrate crimes against them, whether it's property that they're stealing or they're trying to actually hurt or injure innocent civilians. Then we also look at the fact that we have people who are going through domestic violence issues, their depression, their suicidal issues, and we have people who are actually perpetrating acts of violence such as an active shooter. So we have a trifecta effect where we actually look at any one of those things happening, and with all those things occurring in our present day time period, anything and everything could possibly happen. From the perspective of the person who's out there shopping, unfortunately, they are the intended victims. Those individuals, basically, they're looking at, it's a holiday season, they're going to be relaxed, they're going to be thinking about the presents they're going to be getting their loved ones, their friends. So they're out looking and their guard may be significantly down. They're considering what's the best thing to do, and they're actually getting with the holiday spirit. On the other hand, we've got individuals who want to prey upon those individuals, who want to target them and use everything they possibly can at their own risk to take those items from the individuals, whether it's by force or whether they want to actually wait until the person's placed those items inside their vehicles and burglarize their vehicles. When they're using it by force, or when they're taking it by force, I should say, they will possibly rob at gunpoint or knife point or by the threat of using those types of weapons, or grab purses, grab property, take off running, jump into a vehicle, take off running. We've seen that with shoplifting going on throughout the United States. So they may use those specific avenues to perpetrate the crimes. And unfortunately, the people who are out Christmas shopping, holiday shopping, looking at things that they want to do and great things for their friends and family, unfortunately, they're the victims because they're not thinking about what's the best way to protect themselves, walking through a parking lot or leaving a store or even approaching a store. You know, back in those days, I specifically dealt with individuals who were normally out shoplifting, or they might have a couple of armed robberies here or there, either of a business or an individual that's shopping. We also saw people that would target the shopping malls for individuals who would go shopping, walk out to their vehicles, place items inside the vehicle, and then throw a blanket over the top of the items. I guess criminals can't see that there's something in the back of the car, front seat of the car, with a blanket over it, which to me says that's an invitation to go out and break the windows of a car, reach inside, grab their property, and take off. We were seeing that a lot and still see those today. And in certain areas of the country, specifically in California, if you leave anything of value in your vehicle, they will break your doors, break your windows open just so that they can reach in and grab whatever the item is. So a lot of people there are leaving their windows rolled down and their trunks of their vehicles open so the criminals that walk past see there's nothing inside the vehicle to take, so they just continue to move on to another vehicle where they may see someone leave something inside. So we saw a lot of that. That's still going on today. And then the incidents of workplace violence, because during the holiday season, people are thinking, hey, I wished I was still married to this person. I wish I still had this person as my significant other. And sometimes they have a lose-lose mentality where they decide, hey, if I can't have that person, then no one will have that person. So they want to go out and injure that individual. So we started seeing a lot of I'd say issues where there's active shooters or workplace violence was what we called them back in those days, because they'd show up at the person's workplace because they knew where their significant other worked. And unfortunately, people were shot and killed. I remember going to a couple of those calls myself. Never a pleasant scene. But now, based upon the fact that we have a lot more active shooting cases these days, I would be really surprised if we didn't see several of those before the end of the year occurring, and sometimes even around the shopping malls. And unfortunately, it's a target. If we look at people who are irritated for one reason or another, whether you like this side or you don't like this side, whether it's a political situation, whether it's a religious ideology, you're going to have individuals that are angry enough to show up and want to hurt people.